Today we're going to introduce a brand new style by Jon Renau. This one is called Ava in the color Shaded Praline, which is 12 FS8. We're going to get all the details. There's a lot to love about this style and a few challenges you won't want to miss. Ava was sent to me by Wig Studio One. If you go below the video, expand the description box, I'll attach a direct product link there. If you click on the link, it'll take you right out to the site. You can see all of the colors and more detail. If you have questions, please reach out to support@wigstudio1.com. So that front layer piece is about 8 inches. That's going to stretch well below my chin, and it really reminds me a lot of the Jon Renau's Ignite in terms of the length of that first layer. So if you own Ignite, you'll kind of see how this is going to frame the face for you. And then in the back, about a 7 1/4 inch layer off of the crown and a 2.5 inch nape. The layers just kind of flutter together in this beautifully modern textured look through the back. This layering meets such precision that it looks freshly cut. I think you're going to enjoy it. And the good news is it's like this every time you wear it. So you can get that experience all over again without any grow out. I love that. Another thing you want to know about this collection and this style in particular, it is a regular synthetic fiber. It is not heat friendly. Some of the things that I love about the Jon Renau's regular synthetic fiber is that each strand is very fine, soft, and silky. It's separated. It's not real sticky compared to some heat friendly fibers. So you're going to see a more wispy movement. Now the downside to this regular synthetic fiber by Jon Renau is, number one, it is fairly shiny right out of the box. Now please remember that this overhead lighting and the side lighting that I have will emphasize shine. It will also emphasize the contrast in the color, making the root look a little bit darker than it actually is. So the ultimate downside I think here is that this is a face flopper. You notice I'm constantly brushing it out of my eyes. Now before you say that's a deal killer for you, there is so much you can do. Again, this isn't heat friendly. I don't recommend taking your heat tools to this, but if you just use the gentle heat from your hand and use repetitive movements to push it out and away from the face in a way that you desire, I think that over time it's going to lay that way each time you put it on. So I'm going to put up a picture of the inside of this cap because this explains a lot about why this wig is so beautiful and luxurious. It's completely hand tied. So you'll notice that lace front extends back to the ear tab, and it has very fine knots, and it's very believable and natural looking from the front. Then we have a seam adjoining the single monofilament top, a nice generous monofilament top, giving you the flexibility of parting it however you like. And then we have these beautiful hand-tied panels on the sides and back, featuring some cluster knots on that process, just giving that nice unwefted look. So if the wind blows, you're definitely not getting any sense of wefting anywhere on this cap. That also keeps the profile down and more natural. Got an extended nape with the Velcro style adjusters as well. Now a note on the fit, I always use Jon Renau as the perfect example of an average cap. The Jon Renau caps are beautiful for that petite average circumference through an average large circumference. So 21 1/4, 21 1/2 through 22 1/2 is typical. A lot of brands now, their average size is way too big. And so Jon Renau has not changed their sizing. And I love that because it accommodates the most people, I think. Before we move on, I want to touch on the Shaded Praline 12 FS8. Used to be a time when 12 FS8 was more of a neutral to cool tone. Now I find that for the most part, 12 FS8 is neutral leaning warm. So you're going to see a natural, like a medium to dark natural blonde base color that's going to be highlighted with a pale gold blonde. No longer do I see any real platinum or ash colors in these highlights. So again, it's going to be neutral leaning warm. And then there's that medium root, again, sort of emphasized there because of this lighting. And I love the color though because of its application. They typically make that base color run all the way through the back, and then the highlight looks like a natural highlight. It's not all the way through. It's strategically placed to give you that depth and dimension.